A very good afternoon, namaskar, sat shri akal, adab. How are you doing? Hope all well, hope all great. I am Jasleen Kapani, the founder and CEO of a setup in Delhi NCR called I am DEKOR and DESIGN, and we are in the business and specialization of designing, supplying, and providing interior solutions and accessories where we have lamps, mirrors, consoles. We've got sofas, we've got tables, we've got bunker beds, and of course we've got lots and lots of stuff in semi-precious stones, original stones like citrine, agate, etc., which are for the international market and also for those who love elite and quality and premium stuff. That's luxury. And of course, there is also stuff which is available in marble, which you can use on daily basis and stuff for regular customers in affordable category. So, as a founder and CEO and stuff, and also having worked in various corporate roles as a consultant on various projects and everything, my journey has been exciting and happening. Yeah, and like everybody else in the formative years, I've had my own challenges and stuff. I wouldn't call it a struggle because people think that, I mean, when you come from a different town to a new city like Delhi, you're struggling and stuff. But the point is, like everybody else, and most people, I've had my share of challenges and obstacles and stuff. And now when I'm kind of seasoned enough and an expert enough to talk about it, I share about my journey at various places besides the consulting that I give as a founder and a CEO in design and architecture. So, a brief introduction on me is that I'm a award winner, about four domestic and India international awards for participation in various forums, thought shares, and making impact and humanitarian work, and also for my design and architecture, business development and stuff like that on a global level and all that. And of course, I think I've lost count of it, 16 to 18 certificates from assorted places for participation where you are, or where I've like regularly participated, and I make it a point to kind of share ideas, and have also indirectly launched or helped launch stuff for startups or for the media or for business or whatever, I mean, there's so many of those that I do everywhere. So the point is, what am I sharing about? So my share is actually about study, reading. A lot of people read. You have to read. If you don't read, you don't learn, and when you don't learn, then you become a, not a very sharp person and an intelligent person. So very important, which I recommend big time. Not because not because your parents are telling you to read and stuff, but on the whole, I've seen a change in me. I mean, I've been in communication and global PR and business management. I used to read stories first of brands and corporates, and we used to do research and we used to do projects and stuff. So there was an interesting project that I did in Calcutta. I shifted there for a while, and this was on global PR and stuff for Larsen and Toubro. At that point of time, in 2000s, they had a football match happening. I still remember. We checked in. We checked into the Park Street and stuff, and then they announced a holiday because football was happening, and not too many people were in my client's office and stuff and all. Okay, so my experience with Larsen and Toubro taught me one thing, that even if I'm from a little more strategy or a more business development point of view and stuff, I knew very less about Larsen and Toubro. So I was doing a project with them, and I'd gone there. And when I entered their office and I got talking to them, I realized they were so different than me. When I came back, the organization and the people made it a point to put me on a project to learn more about the industry. So I learned it the hard way. It was not my favorite subject, engineering and stuff like that, and dairy products and German companies and all that. And I was like, shit, this is not something which is exciting. I'm more of a PR, advertising, marketing, branding, creative person and stuff. And you put me onto this. But then now when I look back, I realize that, you know what? I mean, when you resist something and you're kind of at times pushed to learn it, because they believe in you. You end up being an outstanding performer and stuff. Okay, so after that I did that. I did a course in global PR and advertising and marketing in Delhi. And when I went in, my confidence level was much higher. I knew more than the rest of the people and stuff, because obviously I was doing a job simultaneously as well. I'm talking about as early of 2000s and stuff, right? Or probably 1990s or something. I've lost this, okay? So, I mean, I've lost the track of the date and stuff. The point is study. So, people say, यार ज्ञान मिल रहा है, ज़्यादा पढ़े लिखे लोग हैं, ज़्यादा इंटेलिजेंट लोग हैं, और बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ाकू and all that, ज्ञान as in, I mean, you're getting, like, you get a lecture. So some people feel that you're throwing it on them and stuff, and when you're sharp and intelligent, some people who do not have an open mind will make a comment that, you're getting gyan. Yeah, so gyan is looked down upon and stuff. Gyan is knowledge and learning. And I'd also shared this a few weeks back on social media. I was reading on the community pages something about dogs and stuff, so people who are doing something wrong, and they had come and shared on the social media page that these are the observations that we have about so and so, and the organizations working, NGOs working, caretakers and stuff and all, and feeders and all that, and this is what is wrong and all that, and rabies is a big concern, and so is feeding of animals, and we know we are right, and हमें ज्ञान नहीं चाहिए. I laughed. I thought they were so dumb and they were really stupid. Pardon my saying so, but generally speaking, I mean, why would you write that and all that? And I'm not looking down on people and stuff, but it made us all laugh, because when you know that you're sharing something wrong, why would you leave this at the end? We are not looking for gyan, right? So those people thought that they were on the right track. They thought they knew it all and stuff, and entered some people from my community and me. And of course, Supreme Court stuff happened, and I was praying, and the media interviewed me and stuff and all. And then things changed, and I did share that when we go to the community now, we talk about this, we laugh about this, but the whole idea was the gyan thing. So that stayed with me, and when I read this lesson to you, you will realize that it's so important to kind of constantly progress and improve, because if you're stuck in the mindset of certain people who think they know it all, they come and they play football or they play cricket in the park and stuff, and they look down on other people as if other people who got more information or more knowledge just don't belong anywhere. So the lesson here is study. So leaders are never good enough, or people who are doing a lot are constantly improving and learning since they're in a role. And it's not that if you have a designation or a role, or you're working for an organization, you become a leader. Anybody who stands for a cause, or anybody who stands for something they advocate or feel strongly for, can be a leader. So leadership is not about a chosen profession. It's actually about being a leader in your life, and is doing something humanly to say that what is going wrong and what is going right. And every day, youth and people must strive to become a better leader. So how do you do that? I mean, you have to do that not but just by your immediate me myself circles and stuff. You have to kind of break through the comfort zone. What you learn in college, what you learned in school, what you learned in your on the job and stuff, you have to kind of sometimes unlearn all of that. You have to break past all of that. You have to interact with sharper people, or people from different countries and stuff. So sometimes when I walk in my neighborhood, or I go out, just looking at the animal care or the dogs thing and everything, I find or make time to interact with the cleaners or even the caretakers here, because sometimes when you're taking a walk or something, you learn so much. They'll teach you about flora, they teach you about fauna, they'll make you look at things differently and stuff. So similarly now, when you kind of you kind of replicate this in a learning model at a school, at a college, or at a entrepreneurship level, or a design level, or an architecture level, when you go for a walk or something and you've interacted, you come back feeling refreshed and knowing a little more. And as a result of that, because you've also been reading and studying, and you're Googling and researching and stuff, it becomes a great concept and an idea sometimes, because you've gained experience from here and there. And your engagement is now ready to take a form of an idea or an action plan, okay? So they've shared a few terms here like expand your thinking, cover and move, prioritize and execute, decentralized command, extreme ownership, and the level of leadership and stuff. So when you're looking at people who are doing a little better or a lot better, you learn, you unlearn, the cycle continues forever. And the most important is none of this happens without humility. If a leader thinks he knows it all, that's egoistic. That's being arrogant, I know it all. And if you say, ये तो बच्चा है, ये तो, ये तो बुढ़ा हो गया है, how will they learn and stuff and all that? You're basically judging people. And it's coming from someone, sometimes I say it, out of, I say it sometimes that, you're being really kiddish and stuff, but then I realize that kids these days are also prodigies and stuff, and there's so many times when people have bullied me and told me, to bachchi hai yaar, ye kya karegi. So the thing is this, that if you get bullied, or if you get challenged by other people's complexes or other people's shortcomings, or this nonsensical thing about you being like a girl, you being a sissy, or you're being a crybaby, or you're a bacha or whatever, you have to get over all of that, because all these are steps which help you learn and rise on the pinnacle of leadership and improving. So if you don't meet wrong people, you will never learn, or you will never know what's right with the people around you and stuff. And if you have a good circle of people who are influencing you in a better manner, let's say you have a mentor, you have people who are achievers, been there, done that, it always helps. It helps to be in that circle, because sometimes you may be going in the wrong direction, and because you have the influence of good people or better people, or movers and shakers, somewhere your conscience will come at play, and before you do something wrong, you're going to say, I'm not going to do this, and I'm going to choose a path of betterment and stuff. It's happened to me so many times. I'm going to do another video on that, but sometimes, because I made it a point to not go with the wrong and choose people who I know will influence me better, it's helped me take decisions, even when I'm writing, even when I'm sharing, or even when I'm like disgusted or hating something about certain people, that when I see some people who are doing a lot better or phenomenally better, they are global personalities, they're global leaders, this is the way they talk, this is the way they react. Some people don't even comment, some people don't even criticize, some people are so controlled and stuff. It just makes me want to do that. So this is where I leave you on this, that sometimes you try and tell people they know nothing, so you know it all, that's being arrogant. And sometimes you have to be humble, and you have to be neutral. So the point is, stay humble and always learn. And humble doesn't mean that you just give up totally on your learning or your improvement and stuff. Humble just means that you treat people with respect and stuff. So the gist of it is study, learn, and if you really want to make an overall strategic impact, then you have to expand your horizon. You have to learn to pay attention to small things, and small things, little things matter, because those little things you left behind, they matter more. So basics have always to be revisited and stuff like that. And the point is to consistently improve, and to constantly be on the path of excellence and greatness. If a team or a set of people has to outsmart anybody, there's no strategy in this. Your behavior, your talk, your conduct, what you bring on the table, what value you add, have to actually speak the same language. It's not like this, that you are something on social media and you're something else behind the scene and stuff. So it's easy to read through pretense and stuff like that. So always try and be an original, avoid being a copy. And on the road of on the journey of startup design, architecture, marketing, interiors, leadership and stuff, always a good idea to study, not just read, study. And the purpose of reading is not to just kill time and sleep. The purpose of reading is to basically absorb and to implement. Yeah. So love and luck, and take care, have fun, have a blast, enjoy, have a great day. And I pick up my cup to do a cheers. Enjoy yourself, have nice coffee, stay close to greenery. If flowers are your favorite, get a few flowers on your tables and stuff. And get reading. So love and luck and take care and have fun and have a blast. Bye bye. Cheers. And I'm on jkapani@gmail.com, I'm at gmail.com, and justinkapanioffis@gmail.com. You can write into me, you can reach me. There was a problem with Instagram and stuff, so now it's fixed. So write in, but please send me a mail if you want to get in touch. Yeah. Bye bye.